Good evening and welcome to your evening news bulletin with Television Tonga News. In the local headlines, Their Majesties officiated at the official occasion to mark the 41st anniversary of the Tonga Defence Services Technical Training Scheme. Director of Civil Aviation denies media reports that Tonga's new aircraft MA-60 is not safe. And the Freeways in Church 2 secondary schools won the Inter-College Brass Band competition. There are more stories together with news from around the region, sports and a bulletin of international news to follow later on in this bulletin. Now for the news in details, I'm Galolaine Tonglava with the news for tonight. Their Majesties King Dubo VI and Queen Naspau officiated at the official program to mark the 41st anniversary of the Technical Trade Training Scheme of the Tonga Defence Services. The special ceremony was held at the Tonga Defence Services Taliai camp in Whamotu. Also present was the Crown Prince, His Royal Highness Tubotoa Ulkalala, Her Royal Highness Princess Salot Maflek Pilolevutuita, and other members of the royal family. Let's take a look. His Majesty King Dubo VI unveiling the commemoration stone to mark the 41st anniversary of the Tonga Defence Services Technical Trade Training Scheme. After unveiling the commemoration stone, His Majesty inspected the technical static display at the Taliai camp and continuing on to a grand tour around the Technical Institute. In the welcoming speech from the commander of the Tonga Defence, Brigadier General Tauaikau Ta'atu, he emphasized that the technical training scheme is a vision from the royal family. The Technical Training Institute of the Tonga Defence Services was established so that the young men and women who enter the Defence Force do not focus only on military exercises but also on technical training. This is because the Tonga Defence Services are working hard to contribute to the country's development, also for them to earn a living if they ever retire from the force. However, in a speech from the first technical advisor, Bruce Manson, he said the Tonga Defence Services Technical Training Scheme was established after His late Majesty King Dubo V observed a series of shortage in tradesmen in the kingdom. He added that the education system was set up to pursue academic qualifications for the soldiers.
Out of that first intake, it is very pleasing to see some of them here today and to listen to their stories of success over the last 40 years. In 1973, we ran a series of short courses which enabled the participants to go back to their village with mechanical skills. Over the years, the emphasis of the program has changed as the requirements for the Tonga Defence Services and the country has changed. However, the basis of technical training still remains.
After the official dedication prayer service, the celebrations continued with the royal luncheon in which Their Majesties were guests of honour. In welcoming the distinguished guest to the royal luncheon, Lieutenant Colonel Lord Fialakepa highlighted that Tongan soldiers are proud of their roles as staff of the Tonga Defence Services. The soldiers at the TDS Force do not care about where they will serve their missions at, because they have served in many places, ranging from Teleki Tonga and stressed towards far north of Tonga. Tongan personnel have also served in the Solomon Islands and all the way to the Middle East. This has made us all proud. Meanwhile, during the luncheon program, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Tubotoa Ulkalala presided in cutting of the anniversary cake. A special entertainment was carried out during the luncheon ceremony, including the band display of the Royal New Zealand Navy Band. The closing remark was delivered by Captain Tony Fonokalafi. Former soldiers who have undertaken technical training at the Tonga Defence Services have travelled from abroad to attend the anniversary celebration. They are appreciative of the opportunity they have received from the Tonga Defence Services because the skills they possess now were gained during their time as technical students at the Tonga Defence Services. Also present at the occasion was the Honourable Prime Minister and Minister of Defence Lord Ivano, some of the nobles and ministers, and many guests. The director of the Tonga Civil Aviation, Willie Cocker, has denied reports from TV New Zealand One News that Tonga's new aircraft MA60 is not safe. Cocker, who has many years of experience as a pilot, told Radio and Television Tonga News that there are several reasons that can cause a mechanical fault to an aircraft. Mr. Cocker says the problem that may occur won't be based on the type or brand name of the aircraft. However, the cause of the technical or system failure could be something else, which also involves human error. Fadai Whaingaa has that report.
The Director of Civil Aviation, Willie Cocker, confirmed to Television Tonga News that Tonga's new aircraft MA60 is in a safe condition as they have already checked it with a civil aviation specialist in China. It includes testing of the aircraft with a 7-hour demonstration flight. According to the Director of Tonga Civil Aviation, the statement released from overseas media about the MA60 plane gifted from China is not true. He says those statements should divert it to the International Organizations for Safety Concerning Civil Aviation. TVNZ One News also states that this type of plane has one of the world's worst safety records. It also mentioned that since 2009 there have been 11 serious incidents involving MA60s, 3 of them in the last 2 months. According to TVNZ One News, most of the crashes were caused by technical or system failure. New Zealand Foreign Affairs Minister Murray McCully, in an interview with TVNZ One News, said there are real concerns about the plane that has been imported in the last few days. McCully says if the plane goes into service without internationally respected certification, New Zealand's Tongan Travel Advisory is warned tourists, and until all of the safety certification has been undertaken to a high standard, they've got things on hold, and it's as simple as that. Meanwhile, New Zealand aviation commentator Peter Clark was the first to publicly raise the alarm over the Tongan deal. He said it is not certified by the UK, it is not certified by the US, nor New Zealand.
The people in the village of Hofoa have put forward their demands to allocate the land allotments that are usually swamped behind Sopotauwha'ahau for them to occupy. The people of Hofoa raised their concerns during the parliamentary visit of their parliament representative Sosifa Tutafaiva to their village last night.
The parliament representative for Tongatapu Constituency 6, which Hofoa is under Sosifa Tutafaiva, told Television Tonga News many issues were raised by few of the villagers during his parliamentary visit last night. The issue raised included land allocation and the demand for government to approve for the lands that are swamped for people to live there. The number of Hofoa residents is increasing, however the land allotment are scarce. The swamp in this area, as you can see Hihifo Road there, Sopo and Puke, are covered the side of this village. Other issues raised were concerned for assistance provided for community patrol officer. More issue raised was their demand for a sidewalk for pedestrians to use. The meeting last night also enabled the villagers of Hofoa to express their opinion in supporting their representative and his role as minister. I also told my constituency that I'm only a servant, and if they want me to resign, then I will carry out their wishes. I already explained the reason why I choose to become a minister, and they support me to continue my role as minister. He also clarified that his choice to become a minister was based on the reason to voice out the people's demand in cabinet and also to the government. The villages registered under Tongatapu Constituency 6 include Hakame, Halala Utulau, Lagepa, Homa, Fatai, Puke, Makapayo, Kahoa, Lomaiviti, Matanyake, and Mapelu. The parliamentary visit will continue to Puke tonight. For Television Tonga News, I'm Linda Filiai.
Meanwhile, road maintenance towards bush allotments in Tataramotonga was one of the key areas of concerns raised by more than 20 residents during the parliamentary visit of their Member Parliament last night, Fali Situpo. The people voiced out these concerns during the Tongatapu Constituency 9 parliamentary visit, which began in Tataramotonga. Fadai Whaingaa was at the meeting and filed this report.
The resident says that the roads to the bush areas in the village needs to be upgraded due to their needs of better transportation to their plantations, as it is the main source of income. However, many residents says they have faced many challenges during bad weather as the roads are muddy and rough, making transportation difficult. Meantime, the Tapu 9 representative to Parliament, Falisi Tupo, told the gatherings these issues will be recorded and put forward to the House after these parliamentary visits. He adds that is why such gathering and visit is in place for the residents to decide how to allocate the aid money of more than 100,000 paanga put aside by the House to assist development in all constituencies in Tonga. However, other issues raised includes a request from Ma'okakalatungi whether if it is possible to lower the ages of those fortunate from the elderly's wages from the National Retirement Fund Board scheme from the ages of 75 to 70. He says his request is based on facts that majority of the Tongan people did not reach the age of 75. However, Mr. Tupo says these issues will be raised in Parliament for deliberations. In the meantime, other issues raised during last night's gathering includes a subsidy from this aid money to help pay for the residents' electricity bills, renovating of bathrooms in several homes in the villages, and to ensure that the Legislative Assembly practice fair distribution for all. The first parliamentary visit to Tonga Tapu constituency number 9 started last night with a visit to Taramotonga, and it will continue tonight to the village of Holonga. The parliamentary visit for the whole of Tonga starts last night and will run for 2 weeks.
There's a need to improve the standard of work carried out by the church schools in Tonga. This initiated a 1-week workshop for leaders of the church schools in Nuku'alofa. Linda Filiai has their report.
This program highlights the importance of good leadership in improving the work standards for each educational divisions in churches' schools. A professor from the University of Sydney, Charles Burford, is currently in Nuku'alofa to facilitate the program. Taking part in the training are leaders from Free Wesleyan Churches schools, Catholic schools, and the Free Church of Tonga. This workshop aims to strengthen the skills of leaders at churches schools. This is funded by AusAid. The program aimed at equipping participants with the right skills in carrying out their roles. This is a useful opportunity for the participants as it deepens our knowledge, especially the leaders who manage and run the school. It gives them great skills on how to manage a successful institute. This program will end on Friday.
The 2 secondary schools belonging to the Free Wesleyan Church of Tonga has won the Inter-College Brass Band competition during the Helala Festival. The theme of the competition is to bring back the musical program to the country, which also coincides with the celebration of His Majesty's royal birthday last week by pushing for peace and harmony amongst the youth. Ana Silfarikaono has that story.
Queen's College Band won the 2nd Division Brass Band competition with the win of the 1st Division claimed by Tupo High School Brass Band. The band group from Queen's College won the competition after achieving the highest marks on the hymn category. Meanwhile, Taguilao College took away the first prize for the joyful brass band in the competition. The best band leader was also awarded to Sosefo Taliauli of Taguilao College. However, Tupo High School won the best march band. Brass band conductor of Queen's College, Fili Tui Onetoa and Sefesi Lutui from Tupo High School. 5 secondary schools took part in the brass band first division, including Tonga High School, Tupo High School, Loving Amalia College, Tonga College and Apifo'o College. Competing in the 2nd division were brass band groups from Taguilao College, St. Andrews High School and Queensalote College. The judges were Howard Taylor, Rich McDaniel and Samuela Wasi. For Television Tonga News, I'm Anasiu Falekaono.
12 representatives from Catholic youth in the kingdom have departed to Brazil to take part in this year's World Youth Day program. This year's theme is Go to the World and Make Everyone My Disciples. Anasiu Falekaono again with their report.
The program to mark World Youth Day will be led by the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, Pope Francis. Part of the program organized to mark World Youth Day includes prayer sessions, providing participants with the instructions from the Pope's good leadership and the importance of prayer and reconciliation. Speaking to Television Tonga News, Secretary General of the Catholic Youth Council Liliani Losi Ma'afu says Different representatives from Tonga always take part in this worldwide program. This program runs in every 3 years, and there must be a representative from Tonga, which this year held in Brazil. Different representatives from different countries are taking part in this week-long program, which begins in July 23rd. Some of these participants paid for themselves to be part of this program. They are one from Kolonga, one from Lapaha, one from Veitongo, 5 representatives from Maofanga, and 3 from the Nuku'alofa parish. Leading Tonga's youth delegation is Kuilani Fa'asolo from the Maofanga parish. The last conference took place in Madrid, Spain. Anasio Falegano for Television Tonga News.
And a female New Zealand artist is currently displaying her work of art in central Nuku'alofa, which she has produced from local Tongan handicrafts such as the tapa cloth, mangrove liquids for her art design. Linda Filiai reports.
These are some of the artwork designed by Robin White in cooperation with some of the Tongan women. The design included Tongan gubesi and new design. Speaking to Television Tonga News, Robin White says this program was arranged to display their work of art to people in Tonga.
I guess our hope in doing this is that we can be seen as people who really respect and love the wonderful creative traditions here in Tonga, especially the art of ngatu, which has always attracted me as a painter trained in New Zealand. I've always wanted to learn about ngatu. So I hope that people will be happy with what we've done, and that it might inspire the young Tongans who come in here to also honour their fantastic traditions and learn about it, and then use it to tell their own story.
Meanwhile, the New Zealand High Commissioner Mark Talbot says the art exhibition is open to everyone.
What we're hoping is that it will inspire people to think in different ways about the cultural opportunities that Tonga has to offer, as well as underlining the very close collaboration between New Zealand and Tonga.
The exhibition will close on July 19, in which the display will be shipped to Wellington for another art exhibition. For Television Tonga News, I'm Linda Filiai.
That's the local scene. Pacific News is up next. After this break, stay watching.